when you go about your day, moment to moment, day after day, you know when you are in the flow or against resistance based on how you're feeling. There are two types of being overwhelmed. One is overwhelmed with joy and happiness, and it's just bursting with just pure awesome feelings. And the other overwhelm is just overwhelmed with worry, anxiety, feeling of lack, feeling of unworthiness, right? So two types of overwhelm. But what the one that is overwhelmed with love, joy, prosperity, just kind of really, really, really high positive feelings, don't you notice that you're overwhelmed, but you feel the lightest? You feel that you're going with the flow. The other overwhelm, on the other hand, feels so heavy. It's like you cannot breathe. It's like the world is closing in on you and you just want to disappear and you just want to just end everything. Sometimes you get to a point, some people get to that point. Same overwhelming feelings, but the other one feels light and the other one feels so dragging, feels so heavy. When you go through your day to day, your moment, when you are feeling light, you know you're in the flow because either you are letting go or either you are doing a great job in maintaining your state of being, that you are aligned with the higher frequencies that help you maintain your prosperous reality, your reality full of love, or keeps you going up the scale and improving and scaling up your reality. You feel so light. You feel like you can do everything, anything, everything is possible, anything is possible. On the other hand, when a moment starts to feel low, like you feel like you cannot breathe and you start getting irritated and it feels so heavy, you are going against the flow. Something in your life or something you're doing is blocking your access to that flow. That's why it's so heavy. It's blocked. Okay? That's the reason why you feel so heavy. That's the reason why you feel so anxious. You're worried because you stopped the, imagine just the door. It's like an oxygen. Your higher frequency is your oxygen, and you're starting to just kind of like either start limiting the valve that supplies you that oxygen, so you start feeling so heavy and negative and overwhelmed. Do not wait to the point that you're suffocated. Okay, so when there are moments in my day where one after another stimuli come to me and I react to the stimulus, and then I do a self-assessment of, is this situation about me or is this situation about another person, and I'm just part of it, and I engaged instead of just observing, doing my part, because this is an experience someone is experiencing for his good, for her good, and my role in this is to support the situation and not make it about me. So I quickly assess the situation and I quickly identify whether I am engaging in something I'm not supposed to be engaging, and then I go back to my flow. I start letting go and acknowledge the truth that I'm just here to support situation and not engage in the situation. I'm not the main role in the situation. I'm just a supporting character, and everything is fine. And then sometimes situation goes better. Or if it is really my situation, I assess it and I ask myself, is my assessment, is the labeling that I'm doing only in my head, or is it actually happening? So if it's only in my head because I'm going too far ahead and I'm from the moment, I'm detaching from the moment and I'm just going to a scenario that has not happened yet and know it's in my head, I pull back myself and I'm like, just stay in the moment. Okay? And then if I also assess that in the moment, it's actually in the moment. It's not that I am thinking too far ahead. It's just the moment is telling me, the physical situation is telling me that this is happening, and I'm starting to label it. I start telling myself, either I label it, which eventually becomes the truth and which eventually will manifest that way, or I just let go. I don't think about it anymore. I kind of do a bucketing of, can I control this, or can I not control this? I have like a T, like a table, left and right, things I can control, things I cannot control. And if I start feeling that I don't know what to do, that's when I let go, which a lot of people find hard to do, which a lot of people label as, you're just too positive, you just don't, you have to plan for these things, you have to be pragmatic. I don't care about those people anymore, because at the end of the day, how I feel, how I manage myself, so that my heart is beating normal, so that when my heart beats normal, my blood flow is normal, my entire being is normal, everything else will follow. My internal universe is at peace, my internal universe is balanced, my faith gets stronger, my trust in life gets stronger, and then everything else follows. So my point is, know when you are flowing, going with the flow, which is the flow of life, that everything works out. There are things that you have to let go. There are things that you just have to trust. There are things that you can do about to keep you in the flow, or know when you are against the flow. Understand that. Take cues from how you're feeling. Is your heart getting more like heavy, or is your heart in continuous happiness? Okay, because the flow, that's the flow, that's God's flow, that's divine flow, that's higher self flow. It communicates to you through your feelings, to the reaction of your body, like physical body. And if you listen to it, you tune into it, you'll know whether you're in your flow, you're outside of your flow, you want to go back to it. Just whatever you decide to do that's within your control should contribute to you going back into that flow.